Welcome back to FitLab. Picture the last time you turned your head too fast and felt a jolt of stiffness. That small twinge is a clue to something almost nobody trains on purpose. Why does one of the strongest muscle groups in the body get skipped at nearly every gym in the world? Here is the reframe. The neck is not decoration. It is a load-bearing structure that holds up a 10 to 12-pound head all day, absorbs impact, and stabilizes every heavy lift performed above the waist. Cervical stability means the ability of the neck to resist unwanted movement when force is applied to it. Without that stability, force meant for the shoulders or back can leak into the neck instead, and that leak shows up as chronic tightness. So what happens physiologically when the neck stays untrained? The muscles involved, mainly the sternocleidomastoid, the splenius capitis, and the upper trapezius, atrophy from disuse the same way any other muscle would. Weaker fibers mean slower reaction time when the head is jolted. Researchers at the University of Wisconsin studied high school athletes and found that those with stronger necks experienced concussions less frequently than those with weaker ones. Why would raw strength change an outcome as serious as a brain injury? Because a stronger neck can decelerate the head faster, reducing how much the brain moves inside the skull on impact. Here comes the counterintuitive part. Most lifters assume big traps and broad shoulders naturally protect the neck. They do not. Trap size has almost no correlation with cervical stability, because the muscles that stabilize the head sit deeper and work in completely different directions than the ones that shrug a barbell. You can be strong everywhere else and still have a neck that has never been asked to resist force on its own. So what should actually be done about it? Direct neck training does not require anything complicated. Isometric holds, where the neck resists pressure without moving, teach the stabilizing muscles to fire correctly under load. Slow controlled flexion and extension, using nothing heavier than the hands at first, builds the connective tissue gradually so it can handle real resistance later. Research published through the International Society of Sports Nutrition and adjacent strength literature consistently shows that connective tissue adapts more slowly than muscle, which is exactly why rushing this work with heavy plates strapped to the head causes more harm than good. 2 short sessions a week, 10 minutes each, is enough to see meaningful change within roughly 6 to 8 weeks. Think back to that twinge from turning too fast. That feeling was not random. It was months, maybe years, of an undertrained structure finally announcing itself. The neck holds up every thought, every glance, every collision an athlete will ever take, and yet it remains the most neglected muscle group in strength training. Next time programming a workout, the neck deserves the same intention given to a bench press or a squat. 10 minutes, twice a week, is a small trade for a body part carrying that much responsibility. If this changed the way the neck gets thought about, stick around. FitLab breaks down the science behind training decisions like this every single day.